can't say I didn't see this coming. What is up, posse? My name is Will Bromlick, and welcome to another review here on Alpha Omega Wolf Productions. So, I'm going to be talking about Artemis Fowl. This is a new Disney Plus movie, and it's based on the best-selling books that came out a couple years ago. So, I will admit, my memory on the Artemis Fowl books is very fuzzy. In fact, I have next to no memory of those books. I know I have them in my room. Maybe I'll read them later on in the future. And when it was announced that Disney was making a movie, I had next to no interest in seeing this. Mainly because how do you take a source material like Artemis Fowl and turn it into a movie? And especially since this was being passed down from creative team to creative team, writer to writer, director to director, it was just basically like Solo until we got the final pieces together. And I knew for a fact that this movie was going to bomb way before the first trailer came out. And after seeing it for the first time, yeah, I was right. This movie was pretty bad. I'll try to be nice to this movie. But I only can think of like one good thing of this disaster of a flick. The main lead who plays Artemis, okay, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but he was terrible in this movie. Like, no emotion whatsoever. Like, he can't even turn out a decent performance in this movie. In fact, nobody can turn out a decent performance in this movie. Everybody was that bad. It's like they knew the script was terrible, so they're like, hey, we don't need to actually try in this. In fact, this is a pretty crappy adaptation of a beloved book series, so why the hell should we care? And the story, is there even a story to this movie? I mean, so basically from what I understand, is that Artemis Fowl's dad, who is Artemis Fowl Sr., he is either like, a collector of relics from across the world, but he's also seen as a man of controversy, and one day he goes missing, and so Artemis tries to find him while also discovering the fact that his dad was affiliated with like fairies and dwarves and all sorts of magical stuff. I don't know. So yeah, the story was pretty loose. I'm not really sure if there even was one. In fact, Judi Dench is in this movie. I don't really know what to make of her character. Like, it's amazing how she goes from Cats to this. And honestly, I don't know which is a more impressively bad. The action scenes are a mess. It's like so cluttered. It's like so many like fast cuts and shaky cams. That's hard to tell what is going on. Oh, and there's supposed to be a sad moment or whatever. Or that's completely wasted, and this movie doesn't even deserve to have this moment. Like, it's no wonder this movie's getting panned by critics and a bunch of other people who have reviewed this movie. And much to my surprise, or not a big surprise, I obviously don't like this movie. In fact, I just say it's probably one of Disney's worst films. Probably the worst film they put out on Disney Plus. Because I think it's saying something when they move a movie that was supposed to be released in theaters and move it onto a streaming platform. Like, they are that embarrassed by it. Apparently this is supposed to be like setting up sequels, but based on the reception this movie is getting, I highly doubt this movie will get any sequels. It's basically going to be like The Last Airbender, where the sequels are never made. So for my one praise, I guess the visuals are decent, but even those seem more of a distraction from a convoluted story with wooden characters and absolutely zero humor whatsoever. In fact, even if there was humor, which I can't tell, like, is this part supposed to be a joke? Is this part supposed to be a joke? Like, it did not, it fell flat on its face miserably. And Josh Gad is in this movie. He narrates throughout the entire movie. And he does nothing but give exposition throughout the whole freaking thing. And it gets annoying really, really quick. So, in the end, Artemis Fowl is basically a disaster. But I think a lot of us have seen this coming. While some decent visuals are nice to look at, the story's a mess, the acting is terrible, and it's just something that I don't think needs to be made into a movie, in all honesty. I'm going to give Artemis Fowl, for my grade, it's going to be a D-. Yeah, this is probably one of the worst movies I've seen of 2020 so far. And I'm not going to see it again anytime soon. So, that's just about it for this review. If you did enjoy this video, then be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more content. So, until next time, see you later, posse.